Hi, Tasha. How's life in the South? I just turned a fan on here and I'm printing things for my show that I'm putting up. And I think it'll be okay. Drawing hot off the press from one of my fellow artists here. What's the keyboard like? Is it a weird two-part keyboard or something? Oh, dear. Sounds like misspellings would happen. Oh, good. I spoke with Russell today a little bit, and he has a new job. I'm scared. He's going to be teaching art history to residents of the penitentiary, the federal penitentiary in West Virginia. Hello, Mrs. Darling. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay, if you're asking me. Not all of them. I penciled in all of the numbers. So I just have one thing to come up with a number for, and then put them in ink and sign it and send them away. So do that tomorrow morning. Oh, good. That's convenient. Well, if he makes more money than it costs, give him my phone number. So did you find, Marilyn, did you find any nib that can work in that Swan pen, that desk pen that I sent you? If not, you don't have to buy it or anything. Bring it back or send it back. If you come to Boston, you can bring it with you. And if you put the leather down, it affects to null. Oh, good. You put it down the smooth side up. I should do my taxes. So I talked with Russell today. I mentioned this to Tasha already. And Russell has a new job, or an additional job. He's still doing what he's doing, but he's also has a new job teaching art history once a week. Okay. Well, I was thinking, Marilyn, the smoother, shinier side, though, you might be able to put a piece of paper directly on that rather than having to use your clipboard and stuff. The rough side might not work, but the smooth side should work because it's smooth and hard enough that I think it would work. But the softer side, I wouldn't trust that. So anyway, Russell has a new job. Once a week, he's going to be teaching art history to residents, shall we say, of the federal penitentiary in West Virginia. Now, I'm scared for dear Russell. Oh, good. Well, guests of the state, but Russell is I don't want to call him a 98-pound weakling because that would be not entirely accurate, but he's quite okay. He's quite I don't want to even say delicate because that's would be mean of me to say that. But he's just I would think that people could take advantage of him. That's my fear. Well, no, it probably ain't all that bad, but no, he's very independent, and you can't help but love the boy, love the young man. He's so endearing that even the most hardened criminal's heart would melt, I would think. But anyway, it just, when I heard that, I was a little surprised. Okay. Okay, does anyone want to join me here today while I print things here? Copy to clipboard, copied, edit, paste, paste. One of my neighbors was throwing something away or giving it away, and it was something that I owned, and now I brought it back into my house. It's something that I thought I would use for a particular thing, and I ended up not using it for that particular thing. But I will show you what it is if I still have the picture. This was originally a CD cabinet.
Cross-dresser cabinets?
Well, not quite, CDs, and it has room for hundreds of CDs, and I thought it would be good for desk pens and their marble bases and stuff. But yet I found that it was just a little too small for that, so I ended up offering it to my new neighbors, and they decided that they didn't want it. And so I took it back, and I put rather heavy-duty casters on the bottom of it. So if anything, I can take those off and throw the rest of it away. But I thought it would be where I could put some of my art supplies that right now are in boxes all over the place. So if it works, I will keep it, and if not, I will find another home. So that so let me just ask you this though, Marilyn. The number 2 Waterman nib that came in your Waterman 12
Yep.
that Boinga Boinga is now in, that number 2 did not fit in that Swan.
The one that you sold me, or the one that came with it? The one that came with it.
The one that I sent, the pen that I most recently sent you, the green one.
Yeah.
The nib that came out of the 12.
Yeah, I'm going to show you right now.
That did not fit.
No.
Okay.
I'm going to show you right now.
Okay.
So, this is the one that came with the 12.
Yeah.
And the curvature, I can't even see.
The curvature isn't right
on there. The curvature is like gargantuan. Look how big it is.
So
even when I squeeze it in there, it like pops up at the end.
Okay. Very good. Well,
I tried this one, and I tried the sharp one fits, but I want to keep the sharp one in here so I don't.
Okay.
You know.
Well, if you come to Boston, bring it with you, and I will cheerfully exchange it for something that will work.
Okay.
Or you don't have to pay for it. I don't know if you sent me a payment for the leather. The leather was free. Did you send it in a check or in a?
I sent to PayPal.
PayPal. Okay. I haven't looked, but so bring it here if you come to Boston. Okay, so that's too loosey in there, or just too more?
It's tight, but it doesn't. The ink doesn't
okay.
touch the top of the nib. There's like a giant gap there.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. Well, we'll get it. We'll find you one that can work, or find you something else. So.
I mean, it fits, but it doesn't. The curvature's not. What is this even? Did I ask you?
You did ask, and I thought it was a Swan, though I don't know that for a fact. It normally would say maybe Todd and Company on it, or Swan, or Swallow.
That's the thing; it doesn't say anything.
But the feed that's in it looks very Swan-like, so that's what I thought it was.
Oh, I see.
But I just thought it was a nice size. Do you like the idea of it in terms of?
I like the length, and I like the idea of it because it backweights it just enough so that when I do use the sharp one, it kind of glides along the page nicely.
Oh, good. Well, desk pens like that are quite often. I mean, I have dozens of them on my desk, and I use them for calligraphy.
Right.
Sometimes. Exactly. And
this is too light because it's the dip pen nib, and it's too light. There's nothing. It feels like it's gonna fall forward instead of backward. You know, it's not backweighting it enough so I can have a smooth upstroke. It like digs into the page. You see it digging into the page.
Okay.
I'm like not even holding on to it. I'm just like guiding it around the page.
Okay. Well, I think
this one has significant weight backweighted.
One of the things there was someone on eBay that was selling a dozen off-brand desk pens, and I don't think any of them had gold nibs.
Yeah, no.
But they weren't pretty like that one. They were just black. But you know, it might be something for you to put on your back burner for a possible body for nibs you like to use.
Right.
Without having to, since you don't post the pen anyway, most of the time you're working at your desk, so you don't really need it to have a cap.
Right.
It may work to your advantage.
Okay, what shall we use in this? Waterman? Fine.
So, Ms. Marilyn, you're using the leather.
Yes, I put the. I'll show you.
Okay, because
Put the leather. I don't know if you can tell.
Oh, I see. So you have the leather.
I put the leather with the fuzzy side up on the desk.
Yeah.
And I had just enough left over to make like a piece so I could use it.
Okay, good.
For writing on.
Good.
And it does work very nicely. I kind of put some scratches in it already, but.
Oh, good. Well, that's
okay.
part of what it does. Good.
Yeah.
Good. Well, I'm glad that that's working.
Very nice.
For you.
With the boinga boinga.
Good. Tasha is suggesting putting some nuts on the back of the stem of your dip pen to give you a counterbalance weight.
A nut?
Well, it's like putting a penny on the tone arm of your gramophone of your hi-fi when it would skip too much or something.
I'm trying to think of like something that I can stick on there that would be appropriate amount of balance, because. Well,
a nut or a washer or something isn't going to give a lot of weight, and
exactly.
you can add more. But again, I don't know. I mean, I haven't used a desk pen. I mean, a regular dip pen holder, and so I don't know.
Right.
I'm not the right person to ask about that. But what is that?
This is a rock. Oops, this is a rock. This is this is
like a pumice stone or something.
A pumice stone, yeah. For
Okay, well, that's adding a boulder to the back of your pen. That may be way too much weight.
I don't know.
But you could try it out. I mean, it's going to be very, very heavy, but that's okay. It may work.
Whatever works, right?
Well, it just seems like it's going to want to fall back and break your wrist.
See, that feels more like this.
Okay. Oh, good.
Almost, well, maybe not exactly, but
I mean, when you
appropriate amounts of.
When you use a regular fountain pen and you don't put the cap on the back.
I never thought to use a counterweight.
Well, that's sort of what a cap does. It adds weight to the back of the pen. It also.
Yeah, but I don't want that on a fountain pen. I want.
Well, I mean, you might learn to like it on a fountain pen. If you like a brick on the back of that thing, maybe you'll learn to. Maybe we'll all learn new tricks. That's that with that counter. Yeah, I'm always a poster too. But it. It's amazing how different people are. There are a few middle of the roaders that will sometimes post and sometimes not. They generally do it or they don't. Yeah, I don't know where that term came from. If it's a term that comes from some other not a hobby, but another tool use, like let's say like a gun. When you post a gun, it might mean to do something with it. So I imagine posting came from something that happened before fountain pens were invented, and they just borrowed it.
Perhaps.
But I don't know that for a fact. It could be something that was made up by the Waterman clip cap people or something.
Just sharpen my dip nib. Scratchy. Anyway, I wanted to show you what this thing does when I try and put this thing in here.
I haven't talked to my brothers in a week, and I just texted them asking how they were doing, and my little brother, they're both smaller than me, younger than I am, but my youngest of the two younger brothers said, "A notice to all, I moved the beehive trap by the willow tree in the backyard against the stump and fence." I don't know what a beehive trap is.
I don't know what we tried as either.
So he said it's an empty beehive that's supposed to attract a swarm of bees. Oh, I see. Okay.
Okay, now that I'm on camera, it's like behaving, but like.
Oh, of course it is, because you're on camera. So this is the steel nib that came out of the clear pen.
No, this is the gold nib that came out of the POC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, if it, if you feel that it's not working,
Well,
take it out. But
like I tried stuffing it like way in there, and
no, don't do that.
And then I tried pulling it out, just enough, and it kept looping on the page.
Okay.
But maybe it was, I don't know, maybe it was something I was doing.
No. Well, yeah, I mean, they all are, they're all going to act differently, so depending on how far you push them in and how far you push them out. And so.
Right.
So,
now it's being cooperative. That's just.
It's just toying with you. It just wants to.
I'm gonna make Marilyn look like an ass today.
Thank you, Pierre, for the lovely pen. Okay. Exclamation.
If it wants to be cooperative, come on. Let me have some.
Now, did you fill it, or did you just?
I did.
Dip it?
I filled it.
Okay. Well, you may find that it dries up like that because of if the feed and the nib aren't really touching. They may.
There's plenty of ink in there.
It may cause a skipping. Anyway, we'll find something. So don't.
You don't have any swan nibs, do you?
I don't really have any swan nibs, no. But again, if you come to Boston, bring that along, and we'll find a holder that can hold the number 2, or a different pen to hold a number 2, or something.
Okay.
But
if I get to come to Boston.
Well, if you can come to Boston, it's lovely to have you here.
I have to wait until the last weekend of July to figure out if I can come, because I don't know when I'm supposed to go up north and test again. So every 5 years we have to have a test to make sure that we know our stuff.
Oh, I see that. I thought it was a COVID test or something.
Oh, no, medical test.
A real test. Okay.
Yeah. Make sure that we know our medical knowledge.
Hello, Dimitri. Did your pens come yet? I don't imagine.
Well, hello, Dimitri.
So I have to explain something to you people. Because Minimal Scholar, who you may have seen talk to me, he's a journal keeper. I sent him a box of pens for him to try out, and he hasn't even opened them yet, and he won't open them until Wednesday. Now, how can people not just rip into the box right now? And no, you're gobsmacked, I can tell. You don't understand. And but he's very good. He says, he needs to finish a paper, and it will be the carrot at the end of the reward to do it. So it'll be fun. So Dimitri, did your pens come yet?
All I know is on the way up the stairs, I ripped the box open. I couldn't even handle it. I was so excited.
No, you didn't rip the box open, because you waited and you tried to cut it open with the razor blades. I saw that. So.
I tried to rip it open, but there wasn't a way to get in.
Okay. Well, I hope it comes sooner than the one that went to Brussels, because that took a month or 6 weeks to get there.
Oof.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think it fits with his looking at how he keeps a journal makes me think that he has a particular order in his life that he follows. And
I have 1, 2,
what?
3, 4,
Oh, journals?
5, 6 journals at the ready.
Oh dear. Well, that's a lot. And they're all current, I presume. They're all being
And
used.
this one is for calligraphy, for learning Spencerian. This one is for swatch testing and writing curse words when I'm feeling.
Oh, so when you stub your toe, you quick run over to that one and you fill up your pen and
This one is my address book. We can't look and can't even see what I'm doing, can you?
No, we don't.
Oh my gosh.
Well, see, Dimitri, you have a vintage pen that I'm sending you a sack for, but they're not. Okay. Yep. See,
This one's for learning Spencerian. Obviously, I'm not very good at it yet. This one is for writing birthday messages and curse words when I'm having the urge.
I didn't see that one yet.
This one's my address book, which we can't show you what's in there because that's. And this is my workbook, which I can't show you what's in there either.
Oh, no.
This is my bullet journal of what I keep for the
text
of birthdays and what's going on YouTube and things like that.
Good.
And then this is my daily journal of the inks that I'm basically using for the day and writing out thoughts and scribbling and trying to get an idea for the ink's properties and how they work and whatnot. So it's good. And then I have a little one that I used to use for my food journal, but I don't want the paper in it. I don't know what happened to it, but it was a little tiny leather journal, and the paper inside of it felt like. Have you ever opened one of those gifts with the tissue paper in it?
Yes.
It felt like tissue paper.
Oh.
I was like, I can't write on this. I'm going to stab right through it with my friggin' fountain pen. That'll be the end.
Okay.
So I put it away.
Is it Tome River or Tomy River?
Tomoe?
Tomoe.
No, I like Tomoe River. I have Tomoe River paper. I have so many journals. I got this one in an ink flight. This was a fun little treat. Can I have some focus? There, Tomoe River. It's 52 GSM dot grid. It's nice.
Okay.
This stuff is about as thin as a fart.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't.
So thin.
So it's flatulent thin.
Flatulently thin.
It's flatulent thin. I love Tomoe paper. It's as thin as a fart. Furt. Furt thin. Fart thin. I have a lot of very thin paper. I wonder if I can remember where I put it. I'll be right back.
Okay. Wow. The one really great thing about this Tomoe River, though, is it shows off all of the properties really good. If it has like a sheen or like a shimmer, it's just the best stuff. But like, it is so thin.
It's fart thin.
I'm terrified to even use my dip nib on it because I'm gonna like tear a hole right through the book. Not just through the page, but through the entire book.
So this paper is logarithmic K&E.
Like that heart monitor paper.
For yeah, but not there are some papers that are heat sensitive.
Oh yeah?
And that's what the heart ones are.
Yeah.
Because the needle doesn't have ink in it. It's just heated.
Right.
So but this is not that kind of paper. So it was used for making very exact graphs of some sort, but it's quite smooth. And I'm sure they don't make this anymore, because why do they need to? They've got computers to do all of this now.
Right, exactly. And printers to print it for you if you need that.
Some farts are so thick they can stop a speeding bullet. It's the wet swimsuit fart that I'm always afraid of.
No, not that.
The wet swimsuit fart in a packed high school swimming pool that one is afraid of, because of course it would resounds and echoes.
Oh no!
Throughout the entire. This is a lovely little nib on this thing, a feather touch. So Affectinol, Mr. Affectinol, Mr. Schaefer, why do Schaefer desk pens often have this thing that looks like it's a staple that's shoved in the piece of metal that is wedged in between the section and the barrel?
It probably is a staple.
Well, it's not a staple. It's a flat sheet of metal that is set into a groove in both the barrel and the thing, and it seems as if it would keep it from
falling apart or
from rotating, but it's just supposed to maintain the flute of the holder,
like a type of a staple.
Yeah, I mean, but some of these holders look like they have a little, gear mechanism in them.
Oh.
Other ones don't. So, I mean, not all of these things have them, but some do. Yeah, feather touch nibs are really, they're amazingly, they have just the slightest amount of flexibility, just to make them sexy enough without being a slut.
This stuff is so thin, it's like handling tissue paper. But it's like really sturdy. Well, I mean, if you're not tugging at it. Oh, and you can even see the little bit of sheen. A little bit of sheen that comes with the Waterman Black ink. It's like that gold sheen. There it is.
Yeah.
That's the one great thing about this Tomoe River stuff. It really shows off the sheen good. Upside down.
Lovely. Is that a Conklin? Or
This is a Fountain Pen Revolution Himalaya. It is one of the most beautiful pens I have ever laid eyes on, and it's just the buoyancy and the depth is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
See, this is what I imagined that this started out to be like, but somebody decided they didn't like the pattern and they smashed it up and then they put it in a.
No, that's not what they did.
It's not. Are you sure?
No, the marbleizing. You mean the chips and the crack like patterns?
Cracked ice look, yeah.
No, that was a thing. There were some pens that were like that blue one, and there were some that had the black or red or green or veining that went through it.
Right. I mean, this part here is kind of boring. It just looks like black with red, blue with black swirl. Then you get that little pop of color in there, and this whoosh.
So that's what I think the atmosphere of Neptune looks like.
Yes, I agree. It's very beautiful. That's be my second nice pen. This will be my second nice pen.
Okay. Well, when you come, if you come to the Boston Pen Show, or if you go to the one that's nearest you,
yeah,
wherever that would be, LA, is that
too? Yeah. See the sheen?
Yeah.
It's like blue, but when you put a light on it, it's like sheeny. All red. Okay. Well, I'm glad I got that nib to work. It's just. See that space there?
Yeah, yeah.
It's kind of
No,
space.
that'll be skipping on you. So we'll find you a better
Proper one.
folder or something.
Yeah. No, don't do it to me. Stupid camera.
A whole bunch of Triumph Nib desk pens,
What?
says Friedrich to Mitch.
Oh no, I think he sent them to me too. Friedrich, you keep sending me these links to these things. And they're very expensive.
What did Parker buy for you, Friedrich?
Let's see, where is it? If I can find the thing.
Oh, I see.
Where did you even send this to me? Like,
Why did I send it to you? What do you mean?
what? Friedrich sent me a link to things, to pens.
Well, I sent Friedrich a link too, so we all send each other things. Did you see that, Friedrich? Did I send you the thing that Otto Yang sent me? That perverse, I think I did. That weird orange red hard rubber pen. I think I did send it to you. No, I didn't send it to you. I will send it to you now. If I can find it where Otto sent it to me.
Link to this pen, but this pen doesn't have a nib.
No, it does not have a nib.
Like, and it's not even a Waterman. I don't even know if I can fit my nib in that.
Well, you might not be able to.
$25 though.
Okay, Otto O Yang. There you are. Now let me find this. Okay, Friedrich, you are going to go mental when you see this. If I can figure out how to do this. Share. More options. Copy link. Okay, you have yeah, he will go mental. They really belong in Otto Yang's collection because he specifically collects pens that are very strangely proportioned. You know, long skinny, long fat, short skinny.
Somebody's digging.
So this is what you got from Parker. It looks like it has a really fine, well, maybe not so fine nib. Is it a snorkel or is it a touchdown? Oh, no, I can't see that by this picture, but cool. So is it a snorkel or a touchdown? Okay, good. I have a snorkel, I mean a touchdown set in that pattern, I will show it to you because it is so cool. And you'll see how cool it is in 1 second.
Oh, I remember what I was saying.
See, Friedrich pen and pencil set.
Wow.
This is what you want. But look at this though.
It's beautiful.
Look at who owned it.
Who? We can't see. Milky.
No, Mike. Damn it. Mike McCool.
Who is that?
I have no idea, but that's who I want to be when I grow up. I want to be Mike McCool, and
Mike
the pencil Mike McCool on it as well. And except Mike McCool's pencil is in slightly italic, slanted lettering, where the pen is more staid. So it makes me think that he got them not at the same time, but it's hard to know that. Mitch McCool, Mike McCool. Isn't that great though? It's just so, I can picture him. He has a little sports car, and he has he smokes a pipe, but not like an old man pipe, like a cool pipe. And he what does he do for a living? I wonder what Mike McCool does for a living. Well, if I could snap my fingers and all of my gold fill or gold pens would turn into sterling ones, I would snap my finger and there would not be, my fingers would have been snapped many times. This is one of those nibs that writes very broadly here and very finely here. Which is not uncommon, but Mike is kind of a loudmouth. He's the one that has the best joke around the coffee, the water fountain. Comes in, is the best joke. It's a little tiny bit racy, but that's because his name is Mike McCool. Not Michael McCool.
She's already starting to get character. Look out.
Yeah. Well, that was very nice of your fiance to buy you that pen. How's he doing, by the way? This came on eBay, and no one, I mean, I would have thought everyone would have just loved it because of that name. And I bid on it, and I said, oh, God, I hope no one likes it. Okay, I will. I'll let you know. I may have one that doesn't have a name on it, but I don't know offhand if I do. But it's really the name is what sold me on it.
Let me see. I've even resorted to trying to find straws that are small enough so I can stick my Waterman feed and nib together, so I could like try and make a Mickey rigged version of a pen. Break out the tape.
Don't turn into a Dr. Frankenstein.
Come on, let me Dr. Frankenstein. It'll be worth it. It lives. It lives. Or wait, that's not the line. It's alive. It's alive.
It's alive. It's alive.
Oh, this can't end well.
Friedrich, did you see the link I sent you? Says you read it.
Ooh, caught you. Maybe. Oh my God. Maybe. Huh? See?
Okay. Now what are you going to do with it? I just can't imagine what it would be like to write with a pen that is so stubby like that.
It's awful. It's absolutely awful.
What, your straw?
The stubbiness.
Oh, the stubbiness of that orange pen you saw?
No, the stubbiness of this nib.
Oh, I see. Okay.
It's very broad. But the reason that I want it, I'll show you. The reason that I want to use this pen for a dip nib is so that when I do when I do an ink review, I'm gonna wash this out as best as I can. Try not to throw it in the trash. I want to try and use it to. Oh, I'm gonna muck up the sample. No, I am not. I'm gonna get one that's already mucked up.
Yeah,
I
so
want to.
pre-muck is always better than
Yeah. So I'm gonna get a sample. I'm gonna want to be able to dip it in the sample and then be able to uh-oh, it fell in the hole. Which means I'm gonna have to tape it so it doesn't fall in the hole. But you see, I want to have some sort of. Actually, this is a brilliant idea. I should patent this.
okay.
If you have Waterman nib and a Starbucks straw, you too. 3 p.m. That's what time it is. She's always harassing me.
Who's always harassing you, Alexa or someone?
Alexa, yeah. Trying to get me to eat or sleep, wake up, go to work. That is a great idea. What did I do with my sample? Here it is. Okay. Let's get the sample, dippy dip. Okay, so that idea works. Okay. Because when I do like a swatch card, I want to be able to have a reference card for different inks, and I want to be able to do the process relatively swiftly. Just
Are these the Tombro egg pens you're talking about?
what? is that? Is that a real pen?
Well,
There's something wrong with the visual.
I have some very fat pens. They're the Japanese pens.
Oh my God. Can't believe this works. I can't believe this works.
So, Marilyn?
Yes. Whoa. That is a thick, stubby. Wow.
And it has this little itty bitty tiny nib.
Is that a real pen?
It's a real pen. They were made. They're called Japanese jumbo pens, I think.
Oh my
The jumbo pen made in Japan, and they were this weird piston fill that never seemed to work.
Can't see. There. Oh wow.
And
does it hold a normal amount of ink or like an excessive?
they've never worked.
Oh.
And then there's this one. What the hell is this? Oh, this is a fake pen. Oh, it's a ballpoint pen.
Oh my God.
Underneath the fake nib is a ballpoint.
Oh wow.
Which doesn't work. Okay, why you're not even going in? What's wrong with this?
No.
Oh, you have to cram it on. Yeah, I want to paint a little Mont Blanc snowflake on it. Say, oh, you have the Diplomat, I see, and I've got the super duper Diplomat.
With the bird splat. I heard it referred to as a bird splat, and now I can't get it out of my head. That's too funny.
Friedrich, I don't know if you've seen the the overlay pen and pencil version.
Oh my God. That's crazy huge.
And then you have the rounded one.
I bet you could do long writing sessions with those.
And then this one, it's another pen and pencil set. But look, you have to, God damn it.
A green ripple?
You have to look. This is it's a snake pen. You uncap it, and the snake jumps out.
That's funny.
Oh, you can find these jumbo pens on at any pen show, and people are more than happy to get rid of them for you. to you. This one I think is hard rubber. Oh, did I put a dip nib in this? I mean a Victorian dip nib. This should not be in my junk drawer. How did I forget? God damn it. How did I forget that this was in here? This one, this dip nib, I think, was one that maybe Tardif retipped for me badly. The pen is too fat to go in the ink goddamn bottle. And these caps never, ever, ever stay on the back. God damn it. But I love the fact that this thing says the world's largest mechanical pencil, and it was, you could send this in the mail because there's the from and the to, or the address, made in Japan, a souvenir of someplace, but I have one that's bigger than the one that was in that. So how they get saying that this is the world's largest souvenir of Milwaukee. God damn it. This is, did that one go in here? I think that this is even bigger than the world's largest. This is a souvenir of New York.
Oh my god, I got a whole page. Look at that. A whole friggin' card worth of ink.
Look at this eraser has a tassel on the end of it. Like, okay, so how are we supposed to use this? Oh, I see it goes like that. Oh no, here's another fountain pen that has a lever somewhere on it. There's the lever, and it's the Minnesota Protective Association from Medalia, Minnesota. So here's
oh my god. Talk about.
And they post it on the back there.
Oh my god.
God, I've got a bunch of dumb stuff.
That's brilliant.
Oh. Friedrich. God damn it.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's the yellow pen.
But it's a ballpoint. So I like this one. Souvenir of Plattsburgh, New York.
Wow. I have a jumbo pencil like, well, not quite as jumbo as that, but I have several. Oops, I better close my ink before I fuck up. I have a collection of pencils kind of like that. They're called the Koh-i-Noor.
Oh yeah, the multi
rainbow pencil. I've got a red, white, and blue one. Some sort of other pencil. I have this one is my favorite. It's
You know, this is a pretty big pencil.
Oh my God. Does it work though?
No. Actually, I do have two larger pencils than this. Would you like to see them?
Oh yes. Oh my. Koh-i-Noor, Hardmouth, Magic.
Okay, you ready?
Ready. Holy biscuit.
It's a sign for a store. The Koh-i-Noor
Koh-i-Noor, yeah, that's what this is.
HD. And I've got another one of these that isn't quite so big,
Oh my gosh.
but it's, or is it bigger? And the other one actually has a lead that works
Oh wow.
at the end. This is just painted wood here, but the other one has.
That's fantastic. That's like what? How long? It's like 3 feet long?
4, maybe.
Oh wow.
And it comes with this handy thing you can wear around your neck.
That's great. This one is my favorite pencil because close my windows. Let's see magic. Hang on. Turn my big light off. That light. And then turn these lights off. And ta-da! Oh, you can barely see. But it is black light reactive. Like you guys can't even see.
Well, I wonder where the other one is. I don't like misplacing things in my very neat and Spartan household.
See, this is my favorite pencil because it has black light reactive
Okay.
in it. Ain't that cool?
Hello, Briar. How are you?
Hello, Mr. Breyer. Ta-da!
I think Christopher is Briar's first name, if I remember correctly. Is it Christopher, or am I forgetting? Yes, a show of the Urban Sketchers is going to be hung next week. And I just made the sign for it today, hung the sign, which I will show you what it looks like.
Oh boy.
It's there it is. There's the sign for the Urban Sketchers.
Oh, nice.
So
Very nice.
many people came up with her own letter, and I did 3 of them, 3 of the letters.
That's awesome.
And one of the letters moves. It's on an iPad.
Oh, that is cool. It's different.
It's on a iPad, and I nailed the iPad to the wall, sort of, kind of.
I didn't recently, but a couple years ago, I went to this guy's house, and there's like a small hall between the kitchen and the bathroom, and I stopped to look at one of the paintings, and the paintings kind of stared at me as I walked along.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh my God, this painting is like looking at me. And I realized it was like one of those box ones that with the recessed eyes, so that
okay.
like it's looking at you. It scared the fuck out of me. I was like, what the hell?
As long as it didn't,
George, this thing is looking at me.
look at you when you were in the ladies' room, as long as they didn't. The show dates are from, I will tell you in a second, as soon as I find that information. May 27 through June 26. And we're open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
How long is that? A week?
A month.
A month.
And
I always get confused when you said May through June.
May 27 through June 26.
Okay.
Something like that.
For some reason, I thought you.
Well, it would be nice to have you see it when I'm here, Christopher, but I'm going to probably be leaving very early in June from Minnesota for 6 weeks or so. So early June would be it. I haven't made my plans yet, but I think my brothers are going to be demanding I arrive to help them with my dad's estate, but I'm also waiting for my brother to make a decision on whether he wants to live in that house.
Stay or go, but you can't do both.
Well, if he stays, he needs to figure out how that's going to work, and if he goes, we have to sell a lot of stuff.
That part always sucks.
Okay. Well, late May into the first week of June would be. I haven't made my flight yet, and I don't think I have to get back before before the 10th of June anyway. So I think anytime, let's just say the first week of June. And you don't have to, you could come anytime. I have a key to the gallery, so I can let you in to see the show.
Can I show you my tiny pencil?
It's very sweet. It is a tiny pencil.
It's so little. I've used it too many times.
Well, you need a pencil holder.
A pencil holder.
You're going to get into trouble.
I hope not.
I'm getting hungry.
Me too.
So I think I'm going to say goodbye now,
Okey-dokey.
and I'm going to go outside where the weather is still nice, and maybe I'll just sit in the courtyard for a little bit, and then catch you all tomorrow.
Okie dokie. Have a nice day.
Bye.
Bye.